No. But this morning, everybody cleared off.
Good afternoon. Welcome to Gordcast, live streaming from the Centennial Field in St. Lawrence, where the hometown St. Lawrence Laurentians will be playing the Holy Cross Crusaders. Yesterday, the Laurentians defeated Holy Cross by a score of 5-1. It was sort of unexpected because the Laurentians and Holy Cross generally have a very close matches over the years, and even after the contest we're trying to figure out when would be the last time. And I know from me looking at the comments, it will go back to I believe it was 94. The Laurentians last defeated Holy Cross by a score of 5-0, but yesterday was 5-1. But Holy Cross started slowly in 2017. In the month of July, they had a great month, actually. They then got themselves back into the race where they looked like they would compete with the Laurentians for first place overall. The Laurentians have been in first place right from the opening whistle practically this year with the new additions that they have, and yesterday, so I don't think if anybody were predicting scores, anybody could have seen that coming yesterday, because the Laurentians had struggled with goal scoring this season. And now we have the teams coming on. To my left here again today is longtime analyst and sports personality who's worked with, again, VOCM, CHCM. He's worked with the Southern Gazette, and myself and him been partners with Russ for, I would think I was there, I'm not quite so sure how long. Rick, you've been there?
25 years, Gord.
25 years, so you know what I'm saying, that's quite remarkable. So that's why I feel, to be quite honest with you, that Rick is a great added bonus to my broadcast, and you know, he brings a lot of, I think, a highly regarded personality to the Bjorn Peninsula in sports. And I know myself that I'm on the BPSA, and I don't want to let the cat out of the bag, but I know that I did see an application come in for Rick Farrell to be inducted into the Builders category into the Bjorn Peninsula Soccer Association Hall of Fame. Nothing has been confirmed yet, but Rick's name is on the bill, and I think Rick's name is a very highly qualified person to go into the Builders category for what he done. So Rick, we'll leave that for a later date. So again, welcome and thank you for joining in. And to my right today, and to my right again yesterday, was Jordan Blake. And Jordan, well, his dad is a lifetime volunteer, so I told Jordan, get ready for working all your life for no money, because all these volunteers, a lot of work, and once you find out you're any good, you're called upon. So Jordan Blake got me out of a jam yesterday, and here he is there again with me today. So Jordan is an IT person, folks. He's doing a 3-year program at the College of the North Atlantic in St. John's, and I'm trying to get in on his apprenticeship. So anyway, Jordan, thank you, Jordan, for joining me here today. And again, I'll let Rick take right over right now. Rick?
Well, first of all, Gord, thank you for those kind words. Much appreciated. And good afternoon, soccer fans, and welcome to the Centennial Field in St. Lawrence on a beautiful Sunday afternoon, August 6th, 2017. And we'll see the starting lineups now. Get to know right away. Just like the coach, Jeremy Babcock, Holy Cross. Thomas Spearway will be in goal. The back line today, Sean Henderson, Jeff Slaney, Alex Wade, and Ian Steele. Midfield, Logan Strickland, Paul McLeese, Talbot Kirby, and Alex Elland. And the two strikers today are Mike Dunn and Jake Ward. For St. Lawrence, Daniel Crew, Clint Edwards, Mark Pittman, Shane Burrow on the back line, Corey Muller, Adam Kelly, and Mark Bressel in the midfield, Devin Ryan, Evan Miles, and Stephen Slaney up front, Patrick Slaney in goal, and over to you, Gord.
Thank you so much, Rick. Well done, folks. Well done. You can see where Rick comes in statistically, and his analysis and making contact with with the coaching staff and with the officials in a lot of cases, you know, that adds to the cast. You can see we're getting better, and I think with time, this broadcast, I know I appreciate all the remarks and the compliments that I received from the folks that joined in yesterday, especially Laurentian fans. Here we have Jake Warren inside to Tyler Kirby, and it was offside. And the remarks that I received from family and friends yesterday, I thank you so much dearly, because yesterday went off without a hitch. And it was a great contest, especially with starting up Homecoming 2007 in the town of St. Lawrence, and also being St. Lawrence Laurentian Day. And there's no doubt in my mind it was St. Lawrence Day all the way, right around the harbor with the parade, onto the new mines reopening, the cutting of the ribbon, St. Lawrence Day, as well as that St. Centennial Field where the Laurentians defeated Holy Cross by a score of 5-1. Here we have 20 moving in for Holy Cross, Strickland. And I understand Strickland has Bjorn Peninsula. There's two guys there, and probably later on I think Rick may have information on Strickland and Dolomont, who have connections to the Bjorn Peninsula. So Holy Cross are getting wise as well. They're starting to go in on the Bjorn Peninsula players, especially for the families that have left the area. Just a little joking around, folks. Holy Cross were always a great team. Here we have Carood.
The officials for today, as you just mentioned, and the man in charge today is Shannon Tolman, and the three assistants, the linesmen, and Eric Powers.
Okay, anyway, thank you again, George. Just some little issues there that time with my screen. Now we have it back on where I can see who's joining in to Gordcast, live streaming from the Centennial Field in St. Lawrence. We're after 3 minutes of play. We had no score between the Holy Cross Crusaders and the St. Lawrence Laurentians. Here we have Kelly. The ball taken nicely by Pretty. And here we... Riffle with a beautiful ball to the outside, and we have overlapping. We have Shane Perot. And it was Perot. Ball was taken away defensively by Strickland. A nice play with Laurentians. It was a beautiful play in the midfield by Breffel. Hello, Gerard, Brenton. Welcome to Gordcast, live streaming again here from the Centennial Field in St. Lawrence, the home of the Laurentians. Here we have Thomas Pearway kicking the ball right into midfield. And it was Corey Mullet. Here we have Breffel on the outside to Evan Miles. Evan Miles is in the starting lineup. Let's see if I can get... Let's see who's in the middle here for the Laurentians. You got him, Rick?
Yes, Gord. We are in the middle. We have Corey Mullet, Adam Kelly, and Mark Breffel.
Okay, and they're going with 3 up.
Yes, with Ryan Miles in the side.
And we have good to see Madeline Kelly joining the game here again, the folks, and you'll hear her shortly. Okay, not today, because her voice is a little ruffled today. Logan's grandmother is a Fleming from Ellen's Isle. I have an aunt on Ellen's Isle too, Gladys Fleming and Ray Fleming, and Gladys is Dad's sister. Number 11, Mike Dunn. Buddy, Breffel, I'm sorry, let's go, Rick.
Yes, Mike Dunn came to play today. He just had a great collision with Mark Breffel, talked to the coach before the game, Babstock. He says we flat out underperformed yesterday, and you can expect a much better side today from the visitors, the Crusaders, Gord.
Yeah, I would think, and even in the earlier going here right now, you see Holy Cross seem to be in the game very physical, you know. Here we have Clinton Edwards. No, the Holy Cross looks to be, and I would think veteran players on that team, they knew last night. That's not what you expect. That's not what Holy Cross. And there we have Jake Warren. Warren moving in with a nice ball back to Mike Dunn and intercepted by Corey Mullen. Ball over to Evan Miles. Miles is a starter here today. Back to Mark Pittman. Over to Evan Miles. Back to Shane Rowe. Over to Briffo. Briffo up to... Now we have Devin Ryan as well starting today. So Ryan earned a start today.
Come on, Adam.
Here we have Ryan. Ryan on the outside. Ball's inside. Trying to get the Laurentian number on a player on the outside. Outside right.
Oh, he's a steal!
Here we have the Laurentians going in! Here we have Stephen Slaney in! Well, Stephen stole the ball and it looked like it could go into a wide open net, but to no avail. It was a nice recovery by the defense, but it was a great steal. The first good opportunity of the game comes to Stephen Slaney. Ball has been placed without a touch over the goal line, and Stephen Slaney going over to the corner to have the first corner kick of the contest, Rick?
Yes, you're correct.
Stephen Slaney with a corner kick for the St. Lawrence Laurentians. The wind is blowing towards the hospital for folks that are familiar. Here we have the Laurentians again with another opportunity inside. Riffles inside. Ball by Crew. Crew puts it at a touch with a goal kick. So got to get myself familiar. Is Evan Miles in the middle as well as Devin Ryan. In a lot of cases, when you have a a formation of
4-4-2 for Holy Cross.
St. Lawrence's formation there.
4-3-3.
4-3-3. In a lot of cases, it's just that on paper, when the ball is in the defensive zone, you have players moving back. All players become defensive, and when you go on the attack, for most part, you have players that move in. So the formation may be to me in the lineup at the initially, but that depends on, I guess the formation is where the ball will go, depends on where a player is to be expected and what role he will play on the field. You are tuning into Gordcast, live streaming from the Centennial Field in St. Lawrence, where after 9 minutes of action, no score between the hometown St. Lawrence Laurentians and the Holy Cross Crusader. The ball put in. Ball was put in a war zone. The wind is strongly in favor from the rec center, blowing towards the fire hall for those that are familiar. And again, the Laurentians ball was put in, and it was kind of Thomas Pearway put his hand up for the ball, and the wind was a factor, and generally you get the wind out through, but this time here the wind is fairly strong. Rick, what's your thoughts?
The accuracy from Weather Network, 37 kilometers an hour, and so at a brisk level today, and it's certainly going to favor the team here in the opening half, St. Lawrence. Scoring that time.
Yeah, the wind is a factor, and that's what I felt, that it was high enough that yesterday it was practically nothing. Here we have Strickland moving in on Mark Pittman. Mark just stays back the distance with a nice defensive play. Ball goes back to Clinton Edwards. Clinton Edwards up to Devin Ryan, and Ryan puts the ball in, and it was intercepted by again. Devin Ryan moves in on the play. This time we had a nice defensive play by forward Tyler Kirby. Ball again is taken by Adam Kelly. Adam Kelly over to Corey Bolt. And the ball is 17. watching Maxwell Parsons, watching from PEI. Welcome to Gordcast. No score after 10 minutes of action here. But we see a different Holy Cross team on the field here today. Here we have Jake Warren moving in on Clinton Edwards, and Jake put his hands on his back, and the referee, have you got the officials there?
Yes,
I see young Mitchell Burry, Canada Games player. Welcome to Gorecaster, Mitchell, and all the best to you at the Canada Games. Mitchell comes from Labrador as a star player, had some injuries this season, but I'm expecting big things from Mitchell Burry, Jacob Grant, and Emmanuel Dolo. That's where you'll see the goal scoring from the Newfoundland Labrador Canada Games teams. And I will be pushing the Canada Games big on my Gordcast updates throughout the week, as well as on my Facebook. So all the best to the Newfoundland Labrador Canada Games. So welcome to Gord Stream, or Gordcast here, live streaming, Mitchell. Hey, the ball's been taken by the Laurentians. Moving in is Adam Kelly. Kelly is going in on the inside. Kelly, and we are joined in here. We have John Moulton from New Brunswick, and we have Robert Slaney, and I'm assuming Robert is the son of Bell Slaney, who had a tryouts at the pro, play with the Harbour Grace senior hockey team, not sure, the Conception Bay Seabees, and it's currently in medicine school, and he got married this summer. So if it's you, Robert Slaney, congratulations and well done, and all the best in your medical studies. Ball's been taken by Thomas Pearway out to midfield, and it was Corey Mullen. Mullen again on the play. Mullen putting the ball in, and this time we have Devin Ryan. Ryan looking for Henderson to go step around Henderson. Nice defensive play by Henderson. Ball been taken again by Holy Cross. Mike Dunn looking to go long. And it was Mark Pittman and Clinton Edwards. And a nice scissors type kick by Mark Griffo. And we have an offsides. Thomas Lamb. Thanks for joining in. John Burry, Andrietta Strang, welcome again. Some of my regular viewers I see that are following me right from day one. Again, we have Holy Cross moving in. It's been much of the Laurentians, but I would think the wind has been a big factor.
Having said that, though, the midfield left Holy Cross is waking up today a lot better than yesterday. 2 days.
No doubt. There's a different Holy Cross team on the field today, and yesterday I don't think they had 4 under-17s in the lineup, and I just say that I felt yesterday, welcome to St. Lawrence. Anyway, the ball's been moved in by Strickland and wide over the net. Today we have Patrick Slaney. That's John Douglas understudy in the net for the Laurentians, and Patrick has a number of shotouts as well. And I'll get Rick to let you know what the number of shotouts he has.
He has currently 6 on the season, so he has been a solid, reliable backup to John Douglas, and he can come in at any time for the Laurentians and give him a great goal to me.
John has left town yesterday to join his team, the Newfoundland Labrador Canada Games, where he's part of the coaching staff, and he's flying to Winnipeg, Manitoba. All the best to you, John Douglas, and thank you for what you have done for the past 2 years for this Newfoundland Labrador Canada Games team as well. Wild Drake is joining in from New Brunswick. Here we have Henderson. Henderson moving in with the ball put inside, and is stopped by the Laurentians. Again taken by 21, Owen McLeish. The ball has been put in, stopped by Mark Brickle this time. Watching from Huey Taylor, watching from the Carroll Oil Sands, the project in Alberta. Welcome, Alberta Oil Sands, to Newfoundland and Labrador Gord Dunphy's Gordcast. And the ball's been taken again nicely by 70. Isaac Bonifil. He's not on my sheet, but he's, I guess, another newcomer. He has played a couple of games this season. Gerald Walters, I think, formerly from Garnish. Ball's been put in again by... Oh, it's been put in a nice recovery here by Daniel Carew.
I see Clint Nipperser now looking at his players and telling everybody to settle down on the field because the last 3 minutes, Holy Cross has been pressuring St. Lawrence quite well and nearly has opened scoring. We're 16 minutes in Gord and still no score.
Now Holy Cross, like first 10 minutes or so, it was all St. Lawrence, and now the last 5 minutes, Holy Cross are getting the ball up. The Laurentians had the ball in the air for the most part, and it was to their advantage. But right now the ball is on the ground, and Holy Cross are pressing back. But Holy Cross is a different team here today, much into this contest. Oh, here we have Evan Miles. Evan Miles been tripped. And we have Shannon Tobin today in the middle. Referee in the middle today is Shannon Tobin.
A very dangerous set piece coming up now for the Laurentians. Gord 25 yards out, and we have Stephen Slaney and Clint Edwards now over the ball talking about what they're going to do.
Yeah, very, very opportune place on the field. 24 yards maybe, just to the left of the keeper, and I would expect that that's Stephen Slaney or Clint. That's going right on Thomas Fairway if they can hit it. Hello, Sean Burry from Kingston, Ontario. Here we have Stephen with the ball, and it's into a nice setup by the wall, and again, nice play by Thomas Fairway in the Holy Cross net. Oh, it was Strickland hitting one of his own players and putting one knee to the canvas, and then Mike Dunn, and Mike Dunn is up on both knees now. Again, I'll ask everyone that's viewing in to please share the video, share the cast, that way you reach out to your friends, and your friends will reach out to their friends, and that way we will reach out to the most fans that we can. So thank you so much here from Gordcast. After 17 minutes of play, no score between the hometown Laurentians and the Holy Cross Crusaders. Ball's been taken back by the 18, just a little inside. Mark Pittman looking to go down the middle, put the ball over to Corey Mullet. And here we have the ball now on the outside to Evan Miles. Evan Miles moving inside. Evan Miles pushed the ball outside to an overlap to Burrow.
One important stat for Gord to our viewers and our listeners today is St. Lawrence wins this game today. They will capture first place overall in the regular season mathematically, and will capture the Bobby Breen Memorial Trophy.
Okay, thank you so much, Rick, and I'll get you to elaborate on that as well as bring us up to date on the present standings. Here we have Thomas Fairway with the ball, with a goal kick placed on the 6-yard line. Out to the middle of the field, a good kick against the wind, and over to young Strickland. Young Strickland is playing rather good here today. He's all over the place. Giving good challenge to Shane Perot, who has good, exceptional speed. And here we have Holy Cross moving in. And the ball's been kicked in. It goes wide off the Laurentian keeper, Patrick Slaney, and goes over the goal line. And we have a goal kick coming up to the St. Lawrence Laurentians goalkeeper, Patrick Slaney. Hello, Dan Farrell, Simon Pope. Welcome to Gordcast here. No score. Appreciate if someone write it in so that any new viewers coming on will know that after 20 minutes of action, there is no score here at the Centennial Field between St. Lawrence and Holy Cross. An SL and a HC will do, and 2 zeros. No score. We have again Bonnesfield. I gotta get his name. Bonnesfield. Hello, Shane Dunphy is taking it. Great game here, folks. Good game here. Much what you would expect between the Laurentians. Ball placed inside to Sean Henderson. Henderson over to Mike Dunn, and the ball goes a little too far for Tyler Kirby. Kirby, ball's back to Carew. Carew places the ball down the right wing, and Adam Kelly was rather nonchalant on the play. And turning the ball over can be critical. No score. Thank you, Jocelyn, so much. Hello, Shane from the Soccer Village in Winnipeg. Good for you. Proud of you, my son, when I see you and your boy there, Ryan, there on the airplane with the Newfoundland Labrador jackets on going to the Canada games. All I can say to you and your team, enjoy the experience. Anyway, the ball's been taken by Devin Ryan over to Kelly. Kelly back to Corey. Mullet back to Carew, and Carew goes downtown with the ball put in Thomas Pearway's right inside of the 18-yard box, and Pearway plays it rather coolly. And here we have, let's see, Holy Cross defender upended by the Laurentians in the middle of the field, right at the center line. This is 17-5.
Isaac Bonesteel.
Bonesteel has been effective, but he's right in the center back. So obviously the coach's got a good feed in him to put him in the center back position. You know, center back is what you need. Underneath here we have Carew. Carew moving the ball back to Corey Mullet. Mullet ahead to Stephen Slaney. Stephen ahead to it was Evan Miles looking for Devin Ryan, and Devin Ryan had his 10 pitch by the 18-yard line in a little too deep, and as a result, linesperson called offside.
Yes, David Pippen over and Barry Power and our near side. Mr. Shannon Holman. Got to have the officials there. Did a great job for the whole summer, and we got to encourage any young official that's getting into soccer, in the sport, in the province, to continue to grow in that area as well, Gord.
Yeah, absolutely. I know the BPSA under leadership of Shane had a good referees, officials, I guess I should say, for referees and lines. But this year, Corey Walsh coming home, it was a big save on the club so that if you didn't have to bring officials out from the Avalon and allow the Avalon to have more officials there. So great job done for the BPSA on the officials. Well done there, Shane. And here we go, and a great job done by Corey Walsh by coming home and doing a lot of the Laurentians game. And he was totally impartial. And here the ball goes out of touch by Sean Henderson off of Devin Ryan. Yeah, Ryan. Thanks, Tom Lamb, Walter Turpin. Welcome to Gordcast, live streaming from the Centennial Field in St. Lawrence, where after 23 minutes of action between the Holy Cross Crusaders and the hometown Laurentians, we have no score. We have a good game going on here today. Very evenly played. Holy Cross looked to be much what I saw off Holy Cross in the month of July. A much improved team, and the Laurentians today. The Laurentians today are being challenged by Holy Cross. Here we have Carew. Hey, Carew takes control and puts the ball nicely into midfield, where it's Adam Kelly. What we got here, folks? I don't know. We have a whistle on the play, and why at this point, I don't know. I see Greg Reed is on. I'll get my partner here, Rick Farrell, to speak about the 1-0 victory that Felians had over CBS yesterday, Rick. And that was a huge victory for the Felians. Now the Felians are in the driver's seat. No, I believe CBS though got 2 games in hand, and Rick. So anyway, 1-0 yesterday for Felians. A goal scored by Ben Cullingway.
Ben Cullingwood, yes, and Braden Shepard had the shutout. Felians blank CBS 1-0. That gets them back into thick of things in the standings in that race for the final 4. Right now, we have Mount Pearl with 30 points, Felians with 27, and CBS with 25. Even though the Felians and Mount Pearl will enjoy 2 games in hand on Mount Pearl.
Okay, so I'll get Rick to elaborate where we can digest that a little better at halftime there, Rick. But anyway, you got it there, and we'll discuss it, we'll evaluate it, and we'll see what we feel of who's at an advantage and who's at a disadvantage. All been taken by the Laurentians over to the left end, a nice switch. come by. Henderson took the ball, and we have Holy Cross moving in, and here we have Holy Cross moving in. It was Evan Miles pushing Strickland to the floor, but the referee says play on. Ball goes again to the outside to Evan Miles. Evan Miles and Strickland. And the ball goes to the Laurentians with another touch with a throw in to St. Lawrence. And we have Stefan Slaney moving in. Ball a little too far for Adam Kelly. This time it's been taken by Ellie Pretty. By McLeish in the midfield. Goes back to Shane Pearl, who puts it back nicely to center back Elizabeth Freeman. Best of luck to all of you. Oh, it was Corey Mullet with the cleats up. Corey had the cleats up, and as a result, it was a yellow card being awarded to Corey Mullet.
Let's go.
Thank you, Marty. Coming in loud and clear in New Brunswick. Gord, thank you. Thank you so much, Marty. Another big fan of soccer, a big fan of the St. Lawrence Laurentians, and a great fan of Gordcast. You are watching live streaming from the Centennial Field in St. Lawrence, where no score after 27 minutes of play. Here we have Holy Cross moving in. Henderson inside, puts the ball inside, and no. It was Warren just on probably the 8-yard line, and he got his head on it, but it was Patrick Slaney, calm, coolly, and reaching for the ball. And we have Mike Dunn going in and letting Corey Mullet know that it was just a message, which you see with the players on the field at the time. There's a lot goes on the field. Besides the soccer teams are sending messages, there's a lot of strategy, whether it's mental, physical, or issues that you can't discuss.
And you know, you would expect that from Holy Cross today, getting embarrassed yesterday 5-1, and today they're playing here much better type of game and pace. Yesterday at this time they were down 3-0, and here we are this afternoon, 28 minutes in, still no score.
That's it, White.
Thank you so much, Rick, and here we have Carew. Carew moving into Adam Kelly. Kelly looking for
on the outside again.
Oh, Bridget sitting on your deck in Swiftner watching. Good for you. And I always say hello to my good friend, your husband, Bill Lake. He was one of the most friendly gentlemen that I ever worked with when I was general foreman and superintendent at the mill, and Bill was there as shift supervisor. Good all-around person. I also saw Howard May there. Howard hoping to join in for the provincial finals in St. John's. I'll be glad to see you. Howard, a long-time supporter of soccer. Anyway, the Laurentians are moving in. Here we have the Laurentians moving in, and
a little too ambitious on that play.
Yeah.
And he kind of tripped up in the ball.
It was Ryan in on all kinds, but he was kind of fighting the ball himself, and as a result, he tripped up in the ball and went right to the ground. Here we have Stefan Slaney looking to move inside. Today, Rick, the time is not the same for the Laurentians today. The marking by Holy Cross much tighter.
Much tighter, and they're really playing well on the back line here. Half an hour into the match, it was Evans on that last play when Stefan Slaney wasn't allowed to turn and get a shot out.
Hello, Eric Fitzpatrick. Again, we have Adam Kelly. Kelly looking for a beautiful play there by Jeff Slaney. Stopping Devin Ryan. It looked like Devin Ryan was gone, but it was a nice play, solid play by Jeff Slaney up the Holy Cross outside left defense. Chris Pryor.
Hello, Chris, my goaltender in high school hockey. Great young goaltender.
Chris Walters from Medicine Hat there, Alberta as well. We're getting good contingents of fans from Alberta. And again, the Laurentians move inside. Again, the Laurentians still maintain position. And Laurentians just going wide. Miles putting the ball right in the box, and the Laurentians got their head on the play, but it was wide off the net and Thomas Fairway. You are listening to Gordcast, live streaming Molson Challenge Cup play from the Centennial Field in St. Lawrence, where after 30 minutes of action, the hometown Laurentians and the Holy Cross Crusader are currently tied at a no score. Ball has been put in action by Fairway to midfield, taken by Griffo. Ball now moves over to Kelly, back to Corey Mull, outside to Warren. Warren looking to go to Dunn, back to Warren. Warren is moving in on Mullet. And here we have the Laurentian Shane Perot. Thank you, Pamela. Drew, thank you so much. Thank you, Paul Campbell, for writing in the score. And we're after 31 minutes here now. Good game, good solid game, hard battle. There the ball's going in again and cleared nicely by Clinton Edwards. Here we have Evan Miles outside. Here to Carew, the ball's outside.
Great call by young Eric Power, the linesman.
Eric Power made a great call. Here's the young lineman. Great call. Ball's been taken by Holy Cross. McLeish over to Kirby. Kirby putting the ball over to Strickland. Here we have Holy Cross moving in. Holy Cross scores the opening goal off the contest here today. It looked to be Holy Cross. Was it Strickland or was it Warren finishing it, putting it into an empty net? Maybe Jake Warren. It looks like more players are there. Look, they're both patting Strickland and Jake Warren on the back for their efforts. I think
Strickland got the goal, I think, George.
Okay, I won't argue with you because I was just going to say I thought Jake Warren did. So anyway, we'll find out. It was either Jake Warren, and here we have 32 minutes gone by, and Holy Cross opening the score here on a miscue by the Laurentians, allowing a turnover after the Laurentians were in possession. Ball has been taken by 11. Clinton Edwards over to Mark Pittman.
Come on, White. Let's go, White. Come on, White. Come on.
Oh, yeah, nice call by Sheldon. Shannon Tobin. It was Griffo taking the Holy Cross player to the ground.
And on a far cry from yesterday's match, down from start to finish. Holy Cross prevented goal. The Holy Cross Pride is back today. They got an early goal now, 1-0 lead, and we're going to see a real seesaw battle in the remainder of this match.
Oh, it's a different contest here today, and you know, Laurentians solidly in first place. Holy Cross looking for to get in now to second place, so I think Holy Cross are not wanting to get on that bus today with a zero. So the Laurentians, and nor do the Laurentians want to lose here today while the homecoming has started yesterday, and there's still a lot of fans here. And the talk of the town again is the St. Lawrence Laurentian soccer. It has been for a century plus.
Yes, I get a little plug in for my dear friend, Professor Oswald Coachy at Monroe University, political science professor. He's doing a great book coming up in the future. He's working on it the last couple of years on soccer in St. Lawrence over the past century.
And I'll get you someday, Rick, we're together. I'll get you to speak on that a little more.
Okay, sir.
Ball's been taken by Warren. Warren to Kirby, back to Warren. Warren moving inside. And a nice defensive play by Pittman, Mark Pittman. And we have Andy Delaney, woohoo! And we have one fan for Holy Cross celebrating their goal by, well, we'll say, be it Mike's or Strickland or Jake Warren. Not quite so sure. We will, once we get it, we will pass it on. But at this point, there is a 1-0 score for Holy Cross after 35 minutes of play. Good game, a good game here in St. Lawrence today.
We're talking about the importance of the game. We'll talk more at halftime. That Holy Cross right now have a 1-point lead at Mount Pearl for second and third spot, and just 4 up on the Phillians. This is a big game for them today. They would like to go home back to the Avalon Peninsula, back to the city of St. John's, with at least a point. And right now they're looking like they're quite well underway to that.
Yeah, I was speaking this morning at, we have again, I spoke to the coach of Holy Cross, and right now he's pretty well feels the first place will go to the Laurentians, and right now he's looking at second place, and he spoke about his positioning for second place, and he know that he realizes that Mount Pearl will be looking for second place as well, and they defeated Corner Brook yesterday by a score of 5-0, and today they're playing Corner Brook, and Corner Brook just had the one mere victory on the season by defeating the Canada Games team. They also have, I believe, one game where they tied the Phillians. So he realizes that they could, I'm talking about the coach of Holy Cross, realizes that they could be in a good battle right now for second place. Here we have McLeish. And it was Riffle going in rather hard, and the referee felt it was a little too much. Art Fitzpatrick, PEI, loves watching this go to St. Lawrence. Let's go, St. Lawrence. Okay.
Mark Riffle does play a very physical style for the Laurentians, and sometimes, the referee may let these players play like that. Less. Why have been, of course, here just in the broadcast.
Yeah. No, you do a good job at analyzing, and the referee. But here we have Evan Miles been. Henderson. We have Tyler Kirby again. Rather hard. Mount Pearl 1-0 over Corner Brook. Thank you, Shane, so much. Here we have Kelly on the outside. Nice play. Strickland is playing a superb game here today for Holy Cross. Back we have Pittman has been put to the floor by Holy Cross.
Lawrence only came into Holy Cross came into 3 fouls yesterday. They have 6 here playing 38 minutes in. They're playing up tough hard.
Oh yeah, it's a battle. You want to play against the first place team, and you know when you're playing coming to St. Lawrence on St. Lawrence, you better be prepared to battle. Holy Cross weren't ready yesterday, but they are sure ready here today. 1-0 final from Corner Brook with Mount Pearl. There we have Stephen Sleedy moving in. Stephen Sleedy. And it was Thomas Pirway. Ellison Brody, Calgary, Stampede City. Welcome, Ellison. Here we have Henderson. Henderson moving up, and nice play by Devin Ryan. Ryan back to Shane Perot. Perot over to Kirk. Here we have, I felt it was going to be attacked. Here we have Holy Cross on the attack. The ball is outside to Strickland again. Strickland, 1 ball, 1 touch inside. Oh, we have Mike Dunn. The ball is stopped by the Laurentian defender. Again, we have Clinton Edwards. Evan Miles, we have Devin Ryan. We have all the players in on the contest here. Devin Ryan and Evan have switched, I see. 1 gone left and 1 gone right. That should happen from time to time. You regularly switch up your wing midfielders, so just to put a new flavor to each side of the soccer field. Here we have Riffle, rather. Well, again, Rick, we have 40 minutes gone. Rick, what do you see here today?
Well, you're seeing a much different contest than we saw yesterday when St. Lawrence won 3-0 at this time of the game. Today, Holy Cross enjoy a 1-0 lead. Play a lot better defensively, less sharper, and their size and skill have been playing with a lot more confidence today. St. Lawrence on the other side don't have their real starting lineup in there as well. So put that in the equation as well.
Well, like I'm sure the coaches have sized up the standings, and they also want to see who can perform. But I can tell you, the expectations of anyone that is first issued a uniform, or should you be brought up from a minor program onto the Laurentians, your expectations here are very high. So I see it's just a different Holy Cross team here today. Is well balanced here, and the ball's been put inside and nicely taken and held by Patrick Sadie. A different game. Game is far from over. 41 minutes have gone by here, and after 41 minutes we have Holy Cross leading the hometown Laurentians by a 1-0 score. There we have Jake Ward. Jake Warren pushing, and ball goes back to Clinton Edwards, and Clinton calmly passes the ball back to goalkeeper Patrick Saney. Stephen Slaney puts the ball along, and a nice play by Jeff Slaney back to Thomas Perway. Hello, Tristan Slaney. We have Elizabeth Raymond saying, "Go Holy Cross, go." Holy Cross, you'll be pleased with your performance here today. There we have Holy Cross again moving in. Ball goes put to Warren on the outside to Kirby. Kirby scores! Kirby scores! Oh, Kirby scores! And here we have, what's that, at the 42-minute mark? Tyler Kirby upping the score for Holy Cross by a total of 2-0 after 42 minutes. A rather surprise shot, kind of handcuffed the goalie, and as a result, Holy Cross have taken a commanding lead. 2 goals is fairly commanding. Here we have Clinton Edwards. Ball's been pushed over to Mark Pittman. Donna Warren, yippee. Not another Holy Cross cheering on the hometown team, the Holy Cross Crusaders, and in particular her son, Jake Warren.
And I expected no different here today from the Holy Cross team. This Holy Cross team has won 6 of the last 8 provincial challenge cups, and after being totally humiliated yesterday, embarrassed by a 5-1 score, they've come out today firing on all cylinders, and right now they enjoy a comfortable 2-0 lead, with nearly at halftime.
Yeah, been a different contest, but full marks go to Holy Cross for that. Nothing to do with a weak Laurentian lineup or anything like that. It is a well-balanced game here. Holy Cross, right from the opening whistle, they showed up to play. Well, Pearl up 2-0. Okay, Scotty, I thought that was a final. Shane passed in 1. I thought it was a final. 2-0 after 75 minutes. Thank you so much, Scotty Woodfine. Here we have Holy Cross moving in on Strickland, moving in on Perot. Ball goes over to Breffel. Breffel out to Evan Miles goes around Henderson, and a nice solid play by Ellick Pretty. Nice play, Pretty. Pretty play, I should say.
This good play on words, yeah.
Yeah, play on words. It was a pretty play by Ellick Pretty.
So, a lot more confidence today. You can see his hustle here by Mike Dunn now, looking very hard in the midfield.
Hello, Joyce. My sister Joyce and Gerald, I should say. Saw that Gerald got me a new jacket with Gord cast. Thank you so much, Joyce and Gerald. We'll get that when you get home. And here we have Mark Pittman, nicely panning the ball back to Patrick Saney. We're late in the first half here right now. Now again, we're on referees or injury time. After 45 minutes showing on the clock, we have Holy Cross up by a 2-0 score over the St. Lawrence Laurentians, and we're into dying minutes, maybe even dying seconds, where Holy Cross have taken a 2-0 lead. Here we have Dunn.
Come on, White, let's go. Push it, White.
Here we have Henderson putting the ball in the middle of the field when defensively it was Clinton Edwards. Here we have Breffel to Stefan. Stefan looking to go to Miles. Stolen by Kirby. Kirby looking to go with the left side or the right side of Patrick Slaney, and Patrick was right on the spot. But here we are again in the dying seconds. We are on referee's time at the 45-minute mark, showing on the clock. You are tuning into Gordcast, live streaming from the Centennial Field in St. Lawrence. We're joined by my colleague Rick Pearl and my technician, Mr. Pike, Gordon Pike. Ball's been taken by Holy Cross onto the outside to Kirby. Kirby looking to go to Gord. It's stolen by Clinton Edwards. Clinton is going down, right down the heart of the field. Pushes the ball to the right to Perot. Perot is out to Devin Ryan. And the ball's been stopped by Jeff Slaney. And we have the 3 whistles, which indicates halftime. We'll see if we can.
First goal. First goal.
And again, we have a nice crowd on hand here. The score, Leo, after the first half, Leo, it's 2-0 Holy Cross. Frederick Nekovinsky, good big win for you yesterday, Philians, over CBS by a score of 1-0. Huge win for Philians yesterday.
Good, beautiful here today. Home to come over here. Yep. Thank you. Okay.
Jake Moore. Anyway, again, thanks for joining into Gordcast, live streaming from the Centennial Field in St. Lawrence, where after the first half, we have Holy Cross leading the St. Lawrence hometown Laurentians by a score of 2-0. Actually, I'll pass it over and I'll get Rick to get in. Okay, Rick, give us an up-to-date of what we saw, what we witnessed, and all the stats from the first half here between Holy Cross and St. Lawrence.
Thank you, Gord. A far different cry from yesterday's match when St. Lawrence dominated the game, 5-1. This case here, first half's just over. We had first goal scored by Jake Warren of Holy Cross at the 32-minute mark. 10 minutes later, Tyler Kirby made it 2-0. Scoring opportunities in that half, St. Lawrence were wind-aided, had 8 scoring opportunities, 10 shots directed at the net, committed 4 fouls, and had 6 free kicks, 3 corner kicks, 1 yellow card. Corey Mullet picked it up at the 26-minute mark. Meantime, for Holy Cross, they were enjoying this 2-0 lead at halftime. They had 5 scoring opportunities, directed 9 shots on goal, committed 6 fouls, had 4 free kicks, 1 corner kick, and were also issued 1 card by referee Shannon Tobin. That was to Mike Dunn at the 27-minute mark. So all in all, a whole different game here today, Gord, from yesterday, but we still have a half to play, don't forget. And I'm sure now as these two respective teams go to their dressing rooms. Each coach are going to be looking at each side, particularly St. Lawrence saying we're down 2-0. Chance to wrap up first place today here on St. Lawrence homecoming week. Meantime, the Holy Cross Crusaders, the proud red and gold team, winners of 6 of the last 8 Provincial Challenge Cup, said, hey, we got our, handed to us yesterday 5-1, and right now they put up a great effort, up 2-0. And I'll ask that question to you. Look at asked yesterday, what is these coaches going to do at halftime to prepare their teams for the second half?
Well, yesterday, Rick, I interviewed Coach Derek Strang after the game and let him elaborate on what he felt, he witnessed yesterday with a 5-1 winning. And he was disappointed in the Laurentians or his team allowing the late goal to break the shutout for John Douglas. Then I after allowing him to speak several minutes on yesterday's game, then I asked him what would he expect today. He felt, he wanted the Laurentians. The fact that it's homecoming, St. Lawrence Day weekend, he felt, he understood that the celebrations are on the go into town, and I don't see anything from a reflection from it's not what I see with St. Lawrence. I just see here today a different Holy Cross team. I also saw Holy Cross play in July. They seem to be regrouped. Yesterday wasn't really what I expected from them. I do feel the St. Lawrence team are the superior team in Molson Challenge Cup in the 2017 season. So I feel, that, I don't know, I know that you just said that you said statistically the Laurentians have clinched first place overall. I'm sure.
No, they need a victory today to do it mathematically.
Okay, mathematically. So, but
for all intents and purposes, they need a complete collapse and lose all their games in order for them to lose the first place scene. Okay.
And they have 2 games remaining, and both of them are on home field against CBS.
Exactly.
Which is in 2 weeks' time. So they're not officially, they haven't clinched first, but unofficially, it looks like they appear to be the first place team in 2017.
Oh, definitely.
But when you're playing in St. Lawrence, and for those that have played as opposition to St. Lawrence or a part of the St. Lawrence Laurentians team, you know that the home base and the fans throughout the country, they've forgotten about the score yesterday.
No doubt.
Right now, the fans are focused on 2-0 here today.
This is a new day, and we're losing 2-0. They're saying.
Yeah, and I don't think Coach Derek Strang or Paul Saney are too happy in this dressing room right now. They're not talking about what went on yesterday. They're talking about what went on this first half, and to be down by a score of 2-0 in St. Lawrence to Holy Cross, I would say the coaching staff are upset, and they're sending that message to the players as well as veteran players on the team, be it Mark Pittman, be it Clinton Edwards. They've been there a long time, and they do not want to lose here in front of the fans. And they are off for the next 2 weeks, and the homecoming is on the go. So the players that are in town, they don't want to hear tell us that they played great on St. Lawrence Day and didn't play so good, or wasn't so much as not playing good, Rick. It was the fact of Holy Cross at this point being up by a score of 2-0.
Yes, full credit goes to the Holy Cross effort so far today. After 45 minutes, they are enjoying a 2-0 lead. And so with that in mind, we'll look at the stats right now. So St. Lawrence currently have 45 points on the season. Holy Cross, we have 2 games in hand, and St. Lawrence have 31 points. Meantime, Mount Pearl, who are playing now and leading 2-0 last update against Corner Brook, they have 30 points, so they could move to 33, obviously. And the Felians have 27 points on the season, while CBS have 25. So we have a really tight log jam here for 2nd, 3rd, and 4th spot on 4 other teams. St. Lawrence, as you mentioned, are sitting comfortably in 1st and will undoubtedly clinch 1st place overall.
And what it looks like, folks, this year, it looks like there's going to be a battle from right from 2nd down to 5th, looking for those 4 positions, or 3 positions.
Yes, 31, 30, 27, and 25, and these standings are changing on every game night.
Right on, because it's one game here now, and the difference is, folks, it's a game, a tie is worth 1 point, and a victory is worth 3 points. So, you know, I can see a battle going right down to the wire between Holy Cross and Mount Pearl for 2nd place. And the 2nd place advantage there, the advantage goes that they will get a double life in the playoff round. And then you got the Felians and CBS. That appears to be going right down to the home stretch as well, because CBS, despite by being behind by 2 points, is it, Rick?
Yes, 25-27.
Yeah, they got 2 games in hand.
Yes.
So it looks like a good battle. And to be honest with you, the fact that CBS has come in and this year are competing for a playoff, I think it augurs well for the league. And again, like Corner Brook have struggled this season, all I can say to Corner Brook is reevaluate your program. Look at what CBS done in one season and consider where you go from here for next year. The CBS have turned it around in practically just the one season, Rick.
No doubt, and hats off to that CBS team and their great effort throughout the entire summer. As you mentioned, they'll be here in St. Lawrence in 2 weeks' time. And I was going through some other stats, looking at some goals. Yesterday, Tyler Forsey is back in top spot in the Wilson Malloy Goal and Boot Award. He scored 4 goals yesterday against Corner Brook, and now he has 16 in the season. Jake Warren's goal here today gives him 13, and Tyler Kirby's goal today gives him 12. They're in 2nd and 3rd spot. Michael Dunn is 11, while Emmanuel Dolo with the Canada Summer Games team, who soon will be off to Manitoba, is having a great season. He has scored 10 goals. And Eric Matheson has 8 goals for CBS. St. Lawrence's 3 players today, we noticed that Henneberry, who scored yesterday, and Sean Drew, who haven't been in the game so far, have 7 goals each, while Stephen Slinney has 7. I'm probably seeing, or going to foreshadow, that you can see these guys coming in during the second half, because you're saying again, we're here in St. Lawrence today on homecoming week, homecoming day. Yesterday, great event. Today we get a subdued crowd. The party atmosphere has kind of left the site, but a goal now by the Laurentians early in the second half, and things could change in a second in momentum in sports, as you know.
Oh, there's no doubt. Although I felt the first half 1-0, I felt like was, just a matter of 1 goal. But the late second goal, yes, I think that's what could be critical and crucial in this contest is the goal by, the second one was by Tyler Kirby, So it was, again, I think Holy Cross turned it around entirely after just, less than, that would be 24 hours. So after 24 hours, here you got a new Holy Cross team back on the field, and again, it's good challenge to the Laurentians, I feel. The coaches are allowing some players to play, so they're seeing what players they got. Now we will see how the Laurentians respond to a 2-goal deficit.
Definitely, and I can see right now some of the players, the starters that we just mentioned. I've seen Sean Drew out there on the field now, passing the ball around, warming up for a possible second half coming into the match. Holy Cross yesterday, losing by the 5-1 score, like you said, the worst score they suffered probably in 20-something years to the St. Lawrence Laurentians. The last 5-0, you said, in 1994. Today, a great effort. Talking to Babcock before the game, and you were as well. Yeah. He says, hey, we underperformed yesterday. We didn't play well. We didn't give an honest effort. And the red and gold. Mike Evans, our referee-in-chief, is here in the broadcast booth, and Gord will have a second to stop.
Yeah, Mike is there, folks, and I try to avail off, and Rick is on the side. Thanks, Rick, so much. Rick will just take a breather, and we only got a few minutes. Mike is the director of NLSA officials. Glad to see you make a trip, Mike, to the Burin Peninsula here to evaluate. I believe right now, Mike, besides being the director of officials, you're also an assistant, Mike?
That's correct, yes.
And Mike, what do you? I'll focus with Mike on officiating, folks, because that's where his duties lie. How do you assess, or you evaluate, or feel the NLSA is currently at with regards to quality officials? How you're looking after your provincial program, be it the Challenge Cup, Jubilee Trophy, as well as your elite, I believe it's called the Premier League now, in that would be in the age categories. I believe it's 13, 15, and 17 in boys and girls. Where are you at, Mike, with regard to officiating in this province?
At the end of the day, officiating is like looking for volunteers. You can always use more. Many more would make things better. I find in the province here, I would think we're a little bit more than halfway where we would like to be. I'd like to see more from other different regions itself. The Durham Peninsula saw a great influx of officials this year, which is great to see, and that was totally spearheaded by Shane Dunphy, who did a fantastic job in arranging that. You know, in the St. John's metro area, we have lots of soccer, we have lots of games. We just don't have enough officials to go around for the games. Our provincial youth soccer and our senior soccer is our bread and butter of the province, and we just need more people to be involved in those games to give them the best possible game that they can get from the officiating crew.
Yeah, like I know Mike is getting back to action. I want to get back to the field, but Mike, I want to thank you, Mike, for the job that you have done as an official. While you were a referee, you were there, you were at the CSA level. You're doing a tremendous job. You're putting a lot of time and commitment into the NLSA program. And from a person that's been involved with soccer for 50 years, I think we have a strong individual here that has given a lot to the game, on the field, behind the scene. So Mike, from all of soccer Newfoundland and Labrador, I wish you nothing again but the best. And thank you for the efforts and the time that you're putting into it.
Gord. You're doing a good job yourself, buddy. Take care.
Thank you, Mike. Thank you, Mike. Okay, back to...
Final score, just got some hands here, 2-0 for Alpearl over Cornerbrook, and they now move into second place.
Anyway, folks, that was Mike Edmonds, who is the Director of Officials for Newfoundland and Labrador Soccer. He was a great official. Now he's putting a lot of energy and time into directing and work behind the scenes. Anyway, back to we're just a minute into the second half, and we don't know. We'll see if there's any new players or substitutions on. 2-0 after the first half. 46 minutes right now, 46-minute mark, and Holy Cross are up by a 2-0 score. Again, Breffo, Adam Kelly, Stephen Slaney is up front. I see Sean Drew is into the contest. Sean Drew, number 8, is into the contest. Again, Jeff Warren. Again, nice run by Jeff Warren. And the ball goes wide over the Laurentian goal.
And this half, we scored their advantage, and also with a 2-0 lead. So next goal will be Fairburner, 3-0. This one off.
Yeah, right now the advantage is to Holy Cross with regards to the wind. The wind is still blowing towards the hospital. It's rather strong. It's at times is gusting probably as much as 30 to 40 kilometers even. And again, we have the Laurentians shooting at the goal towards the recreation center. Here is the tip by the Laurentians. Wow, the Laurentians. It was the Laurentians with their best opportunity off the contest. It looked like to be Adam Kelly.
Yes, and he just put his hands over his hips and out and I missed that. He totally miscued. Unfortunately, he had a great opportunity, 7 yards out, to get the Laurentians on the board, but that's a good start for the Laurentians, like you expected. Here's a goal kick now for Holy Cross. Goaltender Pirouet kicks the ball out.
And the ball is in the middle of the field. Taken by Owen McLeish. All put in the corner by Holy Cross, been played in the middle of the field, and it's been taken by Adam Kelly and pushed away again by Holy Cross. It goes over the goal line with a goal kick coming up to Patrick Slaney. Just places the ball outside of the 18. The Laurentians are going to have to keep the ball down. And is Grant pushing the ball back, and granted it was Jake Warren looking to retrieve missed pass there by Grant, and it was Clint Newton who took a risk. Holy Cross though, Rick, they're still coming out, they're pushing, they're not easing up at all, Rick.
No, they realize the importance of this game now that we have the result out of Mount Pearl, that Mount Pearl just defeated Holy Cross. Defeated Thornburg 2-0. They have moved into second place now. So in order for Holy Cross to keep their second place, they need to keep this victory.
Anyway, you are tuning into Gorecast, where after 50 minutes of action, we have the Holy Cross Crusaders leading the Laurentians by a score of 2-0. Here we have Stephen Slaney working the corner, and has been kicked away by Holy Cross Strickland. Out to Tyler Kirby in the middle of the field. Kirby is looking to take on the Laurentians, and the Laurentians surround them by 3 players. Stole the ball back to the middle of Jonathan Grant. Grant to the outside to Jordan Keynes is on for the Laurentians here in the second half. Here we have Keynes, the ball on the inside to Sean Drew, out to Adam Kelly. Kelly looks to go back to Daniel Carew.
5 players have done it for the Laurentians for Jordan Keynes,
Come on, boy!
and they're starting to cause havoc.
And the next goal, Rick, I heard you mention, the next goal could be the telling goal of this contest. Holy Cross goes up by 3. Not too often would you see a team with the depth of Holy Cross or St. Lawrence allow a comeback.
Yes, good point, and St. Lawrence had a great opportunity. Keynes is in there.
Here we have Keynes moving inside. A lot of pushing and shoving going on here now, and a lot of it's a lot of physical play on the go, on the field. Referee talking to the players. Jordan Keynes is always a burst of energy when he comes in. He's a speedster. He will run. He will challenge. He will challenge the Holy Cross. We're at the 52 minutes of action here at the Centennial Field in St. Lawrence. You have the visiting Holy Cross Crusaders leading the Laurentians by a score of 2-0. Goal scorers for Holy Cross were Jake Warren and Tyler Kirby. Here we have Stephen Slaney moving in. Then we have Sean Drew to the inside. Here we have Pearl. And it's been blocked by Strickland. Laurentians have come out in the second half, but showing some energy, Rick.
Oh, definitely. They had a couple of great scoring opportunities here, 9 minutes into the second half. Try to get that goal, get the Crusade off the board for them. And you can hear their supporters now by the rec center cheering them on as they try to cut this lead in half. One pick coming up now. I see Mark Pippen has moved up on the corner pick, so you can see St. Lawrence is all in now for this.
Is Stephen Slaney over with the corner, and here the ball goes inside of the 18, and Oh, just wide of the net. The Laurentians with another good scoring opportunity wasted because it was wide off the Holy Cross net. It was offside. The ball was kicked rather long to Jake Gord. Good game here from the Centennial Field here in St. Lawrence today, where the visiting Holy Cross Crusaders have taken a 2-0 lead in the first half over the hometown St. Lawrence Laurentians. You are watching live streaming Molson Challenge Cup play Gordcast. Ball's been put in the middle to Jonathan Grant, to Breffo, Mark Breffo. Ball's been put ahead to Stephen Slaney. Slaney's been surrounded by two players. Slaney comes out on top, and Slaney pushes his way through. Now we have Adam Kelly. Adam Kelly back to Jonathan Grant, and we have young Strickland moving in. I've been impressed with the Strickland scheme here today, Rick.
I will agree with you 100%. Here's Holy Cross out again.
Holy Cross moving down again. Then it looks to be Tyler Kirby looking for another scoring chance. But it was wide and high over the net of Laurentian goalkeeper Patrick Sagan.
Go back to the strategy employed by Holy Cross here today. They'll all over Stephen Slaney. They'll have two defenders on him in an instant, and he has no return, no goal.
Yeah, and I know like the physical presence Mike Dunn has brought to this game too. I think it's been a big factor
And the leadership.
Because a lot of the times you don't have to look at who scores the goals, who stops the goals. You look at how they are contributing to the leadership. And I feel today it's been a different Holy Cross team. The physical presence of Mike Dunn has, I think, he's been balanced himself with Mark Breffo rather well today.
Oh, definitely. This is night and day from yesterday, as you mentioned, the 5-1 setback yesterday, and the win by St. Lawrence. Kudos to them. Today, same thing. Hats off to Holy Cross so far. 55 minutes in now, and they're still up by a comfortable 2-0 margin. But that could change in a second.
Yeah, I just see Julie Loader. And actually, Julie, I was hoping to meet you. Where you're at. Say hello to you because I'm gone. Yesterday, and an opportunity. You're already joining in there. Complimentary remarks. I don't know if you're around the field or where you're at in St. Lawrence. I will be leaving shortly. Here again, we have Holy Cross moving in. But anyway, Julie, I know you are here in St. Lawrence. Enjoy your stay, enjoy the homecoming, enjoy your family and friends, and all the best to you on your vacation here in St. Lawrence. Marcus Turpin, George Murray is joining in. We're visiting Holy Cross, who Crusaders lead by a score 2-0. Here we have Holy Cross moving in again. Holy Cross with another opportunity. Holy Cross with a third one. This time we have Mike Dunn. We have Kirby looking to go around, but it was stopped by Jonathan Grant. On to Adam Kelly. Adam Kelly looking to Holy Cross now again pushing. They're not giving the Laurentians no breathing room whatsoever here in the second half as well as the first half.
Yes, that was a great relay that time by the Holy Cross Crusaders. They had a couple of good chances there at the top of the 80. Right now, the referee Shannon Tolman is over looking at the St. Lawrence player. Always all right. He's getting up there.
Anyone let me know when the pass is coming through? Considerably, I feel, in the second half. Jordan Pike has put the phone to camera with Mike's side to the wind, so hopefully that will help. Wind is making it hard to hear at times. Okay, thanks, Ken. I don't know what much more we can do. We have the camera and the phone placed in the way that we had the wind to the side of it. Here we have the Holy Cross again moving in. Holy Cross moving in. That is Jake Warren. Jake Warren is much back to what he's been for the past decade. Jake Warren has been a challenging player for the Laurentians here today, and I would think all the Holy Cross players are a much different Holy Cross team here today. Jeff Claney is there. Over to Dunn. Leadership of Dunn. Old McLeish is very steady in midfield. Back to Pretty Strickland. Newcomer Strickland, number 20. Paul Kilpatrick. Well, nice battle, young Strickland. And again we have Warren, Jake Warren. I'll ask anyone that's tuning in to join me after the cast. I have Clinton Edwards. Clinton Edwards will be joining in. I'll do an interview with Clinton after the completion of the game, and Rick gives his final analysis and all the stats and any scores that we have today. So then we'll be joined by Clinton Edwards. Get your pass. Get the. Get your. It said it was losing connection. We better get that in. I don't know. It said it was losing connection. They looked said on that finish. If it had a win. Okay, Kenny, I know, Kenny, you're a great fan of Gordcast, and I appreciate all your complimentary remarks. Great fan of the Laurentians when they travel to the Nationals in Nova Scotia. You've been there. Big supporter. Great supporter of Gordcast. Ian Carew, the score is right now it's 2-0 Holy Cross. And I think Jonathan or Jordan Pike for joining me. Our battery showed low and I was getting panicky. Jordan to the rescue, and Jordan put on another battery. Thank you so much there, Jordan. Pike. Murphy Kelly or Wayne Kelly. Ken Roll, 2-0 Holy Cross at the 61-minute mark. You are tuning in to Gordcast live stream from the Centennial Field in St. Lawrence, where the hometown Laurentians are behind the visiting Holy Cross Crusaders by a score of 2-0. And it was offside by Holy Cross. Rick, you think the wind has picked up a lot here in the second half?
Yes, it's getting quite overcast. We may have a possibility of some showers, but going back to the match we're at, looking at organized Holy Cross there this afternoon. Their midfield, particularly with Logan Strickland, Owen McLeish, Tyler Kirby, and Alex Dolman, they're really shutting down any offensive opportunities that St. Lawrence are trying to mount here in the second half as they trail 2-0, 62 minutes into the match.
There's no doubt, Rick. You said defensively. I think it's from defense to midfield to the striker today. Totally different. Totally different. I think Holy Cross look here today, energy-wise. Basically, now I find in the second half, the Laurentians came out for the first 5 minutes. Looked strong for the last 10 minutes. Again, it's Holy Cross are back in control. Again, you are tuning into Gordcast live streaming Molson Challenge Cup play from the Centennial Field in St. Lawrence, where the Holy Cross Crusaders are winning over the hometown Laurentians by a score of 2-0. Goal scorers for Holy Cross were Jake Warren and Tyler Kirby. Anyway, the ball's been taken by Mark Pittman in the mid zone, and the ball's been pushed over to Jordan Keynes. Adam Kelly is with control of the ball. Kelly Kelly put the shoulder into Pretty, and the referee steps in, calls to play with a free shot being awarded. That's probably at the 20-yard line. We got 18, that'll be 24. Less than 24 yards with Stephen Slaney in a very dangerous position for Holy Cross, and a great opportunity for St. Lawrence. But what I've been noticing a lot, Rick, they've been hitting the wall, Rick.
Yes, 6-person ball now for Holy Cross, so they had that blocked off. Here's the shot. Breffel!
Breffel looked to go to the opposite corner of where Fairway had placed himself. It was just wide over the net, but again, no save required. Nothing on goal, and as a result, Thomas Fairway calmly, slowly takes the ball. He knows how the clock is running. He knows how to play that position and to evade time. Right now, time is, what are we at, 65 minutes here? Approximately 65. We're going to 65, and Holy Cross are up by a score of 2-0.
I'm here at the podcast, and if I was the coach today, and I think he's still St. Lawrence is up her sleeve, and I would like to have him because he certainly has the ability to do so.
Well, you know, I'm sure the coach, we don't know what goes on.
On the amateur quarterbacker now, I'm just saying, this is only 5 minutes. Right on, they're making their own decisions.
Yeah, and the coaching staff, like they know the value of Brent Henneberry. And there we have Warren running down, and Mark Pittman, Warren and Mark Pittman. Pittman and Warren steals the ball over to Holy Cross. And it was Tyler Kirby just placing the ball with no Holy Cross following him up. Would have been a great opportunity. It was wide open net.
Way to play, Mark.
You gotta say, what a great effort they put in so far. 66 minutes into the match, and the leadership of Mike Downey, Gord and Murphy, and Jake Gord on the field leadership have been absolutely great. I'm sorry, Don Kirby and Jake Warren.
Yeah. Greg Reed is a great, to me, all-star defender with the.
Okay. Sorry for the little.
Oh, that happens to the best, Rick, and you're one of the best.
Oh, thank you.
There you go. Thank you, Len, for joining in and sharing the cast. Thank you, Jeff Stacy. To my right here again today, we had some GBs. Mayor Rex Matthews is there, and a buddy of his is there. Great effort in Grand Bank the other day. Much appreciated for the efforts of Rex Matthews, Travis Parsons, and all of Grand Bank Fortune Soccer Association. To have a game there and be able, it was well attended. It was life. It brought life to the festivities of the summer, and to see some of the former GBs around the field, it was excellent. So, Rick, hats off to you. Hats off to putting up the broadcast there to put us into the elements if required. So, thank you so much. Thank Mr. Osmond there outside of there. Thank you, folks. You're doing a great job. Keep it up. David Pickett, you want the score, folks. The score is given out every 5 minutes by Gord Cass. It's 2-0 for Holy Cross.
Hello, David. You're a fine player with very sound United.
Yeah, David Pickett. All the Picketts were good soccer players. And here we have Clinton Edwards on the outside to Pearl. Pearl moving in and wide over the net. Hello, Diane Walsh there. Sure you're missing your boy gone to the Canada Games in Winnipeg. They're at the Village Inn. What do you got? I'm sure you, with your support, you're there to congratulate both your husband Shane, who is assistant coach with the team, and your son, your baby boy, Ryan. Hello, Sherry, my sister-in-law. Sherry Dumpy. Here we have the Holy Cross moving in. Strickland with the ball. Strickland been battled by Breffo. And here we have Shane Perot. It looks like the Laurentians are getting a little frustrated. Perot made a run at Strickland, and here we have 68 minutes gone into the contest where Holy Cross are leading the hometown Laurentians by a score of 2-0. Goal scorer Jake Warren and Tyler Kirby. The coach Philians is watching on today. Big win for the Philians yesterday over CBS, and the ball's been put by Kirby. Kirby looking to strike with Jake Warren. Kirby and Warren and done into the contest. Strickland, Holy Cross, different Holy Cross team today, and so is a different Laurentian team here today.
Oh yes, it's amazing how in less than 24 hours we had two different sides here. St. Laurence yesterday dominated from start to finish, and today, right now, I can say Holy Cross has had 65% of the play, and they're enjoying a comfortable 2-0 lead, 70 minutes in, and they're stymieing St. Lawrence offense. Here's James.
Here we have Holy Cross moving in. No, Holy Cross were stopped by the Laurentians. The Laurentians, Holy Cross swarmed the right side of the field. There we get him, Strickland. Strickland's played one of the better games Strickland has ever played, and I've watched him play.
Yes, he's played a marvelous game.
That's showing low battery. I don't know if you can plug it into this.
This was only 2,600 milliamps, so we'll only get half charge on the phone anyway. Here should be good, Gord.
Thanks, George Blake here again. And behind the scenes, guys. They're helping with the battery pack again. The battery pack showed low. Yeah, I didn't realize Jordy Slaney is not in today's contest.
Yes, and and that's why you can certainly say that Jordy, who is probably one of the best midfielders in the province in the last 3 or 4 years, and today his absence in St. Lawrence midfield has certainly been to Cross's advantage, because he certainly controls the ball and creates offense. So is he just resting, or?
We don't know, you know what I'm saying, but in the meantime, I still feel teams are allowed to dress 20 players, allowed to carry 30 players, so that's why it's called a team. One goes out, somebody's got to fill in, as well as you get an opportunity to see what players can perform under different circumstances. And here we have Jake Warren pushing Clinton and going over and tapping Clinton. In other words, Andre Lee is Dr. Andre Lee.
You'll be proud of your Holy Cross team today, Andre.
Yeah, Andre was a big-time Holy Cross player, one of the nicest players that's been in the league for the past 8 years or so. Good player with Holy Cross. You'll be proud of your players here today, your team here today, Andre. Thanks there, Kenny. Yeah, the technician guy is really good.
That was some great work by Jeff Slynn at that time, as he got off the pass and kicked the ball out into touch, but it also sets up a very important corner kick for St. Lawrence, as they're now 18 minutes away from regulation time, still down 2-0, as they try to get back in this very important match here today.
And again, you can see a nice crew in attendance, nice number of fans, not to the same level as yesterday, but here we have the ball gone through, and it's Pirouet to the rescue for Holy Cross. Here we have Griffo. Griffo to the outside to Stefan Slaney. Here we have Stefan. Oh, the ball goes right through from we have the 6-yard line. All the player had to do is get his soccer lace on it.
And you have to credit some great work that time by Stephen on the inside heating air line as he turned the defender inside out. Got a great shot off. There's no one there to convert that chance. And once again, the score still remains the same.
I see.
Raiders 2, sorry, and Laurentians nothing.
Yeah, thank you, Rick. I see John Douglas on. If we get one goal, we'll get some points. There's no doubt the next goal, John, that's a critical goal at this contest. If the Laurentians get it, but time is starting to move in. It's not critical yet, but I can tell you the green light is on. It's set at the 73-minute mark, approaching the 75-minute mark. So then if Cross get a goal, the third one, it could be game over. If not, we have a new contest here at the Centennial Field. Ball been put in again by nice ball by Holy Cross and Patrick Sainee. Picks up the ball, pushes the ball nicely to Mark Pittman to Clinton Edwards. Over to Mark Pittman again. Laurentian bench, I know it looks like to me, I can sense frustration from the bench. It's not what they wanted here during St. Lawrence Day weekend, during the beginning of the homecoming. So,
But you know, they had to make this in charge of the Holy Cross team today. The Reddit goal, you know, they don't win 6 challenge goals in the last 8 years for nothing, and it's still a fine team out there. Yesterday they were handed the boots to them, and today they came out and they're playing well up to the state, even though St. Lawrence has not capitalized on some scoring opportunities.
here we have Kane moving in. Kane's over to Adam Kelly. Kelly pushing the ball through. And we have here. 17 has had an exceptional game to Rick Moore, Holy Cross, the newcomer here.
Isaac Bonesteel, yes,
Bonesteel.
team today.
Yeah. Well, again, once the team begins winning, you know, you can see the team that's leading today are having a great game. And the Laurentians of yesterday, I feel, defeating Holy Cross, had their best game on the season.
No doubt.
So that's the way it goes, eh?
Momentum and confidence, two
Right
big
on.
factors in soccer.
And just when it looks like you're putting the team away, with the Laurentians defeating Holy Cross there yesterday, I saw the same thing earlier in the season when Holy Cross were struggling. And the ball goes out of the end zone with a goal kick being warm. And when Holy Cross came out, they were struggling early into the season. And what happened? The Laurentians beat them in their first game on King George the Fifth Field. Then in the second contest where it looked like Holy Cross were on the canvas, Holy Cross comes back with a victory over St. Lawrence. Here this weekend, 5-1 on the opening game here at St. Lawrence Day weekend.
Come on, White, you still have time, White.
Today,
Let's go,
after
White.
76 minutes of play, you have Holy Cross up by a score at this time by 2-0. So never account a strong opponent, the arch rival of the St. Lawrence Laurentians, Holy Cross, out of the contest.
Exactly. You take provincial sports and their rivalries. It's the Holy Cross St. Lawrence rivalry in soccer, and of course in baseball, it's St. John's Capitals and Conor Barons, which is underway in St. John's the weekend as well.
Yeah, and you never take one for granted.
Exactly. Respect the opponent, eh?
Yeah, you always got to give respect, and you got to show up every contest. Here we have Mike Dunn. Here we have Dunn.
Oh, baby!
Well, it looked like Kirby. Wow. Holy Cross were just inches away from putting the game away.
Come on now, White.
It was Kirby. Mike Dunn over to Kirby. It looked like Kirby had an empty net there to me, Rick.
And Daniel Drew came out of nowhere on the goal line and saved the sure goal and keeps St. Lawrence still in the match. We still have 13 minutes to go.
You are tuning in to Gorecast live streaming from the Centennial Field in St. Lawrence, where the hometown Laurentians are currently behind the visiting Holy Cross team by a score of 2-0. Laurentians are deep inside of Kirby. Wow! Wow! Beautiful save. It's the crossbar. Pirway. It was Pirway and the crossbar stopping the Laurentians When on the other end, just a minute away, Holy Cross could have put the game away. It was Thomas Peerway who made the save off the match, and then it was the crossbar coming through for Holy Cross as well. Very entertaining match here, and a very exciting 2 minutes of action here at the Centennial Field in St. Lawrence. There the ball's gone down inside. Jake Warren moving inside again. It looks like it's wide open. It's become wide open here. And again it's Patrick Slaney. Patrick Slaney on the goal line. Wide, very wide, wide open contest. Oh, good game here, folks. A good game here, very entertaining. Laurentians coming very close, and Holy Cross coming very close to go up by 3.
Changing a soccer boot, interesting scenario there as we have groundskeeper helping him out. Pittman ties up his soccer boot. You gotta have a good pair of soccer boots on here today.
Mark just lost the soccer boot here, folks, so we got a lot of analysis going on what happened with his boot.
Thank you, my friend.
Thank you. So, yeah, I lost a pair of eyeglasses here. The young boy here, Dave.
Miller.
David Miller? Thank you so much, David Miller.
David.
You're an officer and a gentleman, my friend. Got my second pair of eyeglasses. Again, we are at the 80-minute mark, folks. 80-minute mark here in St. Lawrence, where the Holy Cross Crusaders are leading the St. Lawrence Laurentians by a score of 2-0. Here we have Mark Pippin moving up to center field, passes in to the mid zone, and the ball is been retrieved by Laurentians here just outside of the 8D. I'll let you know, Brian, in 5 minutes what the score is. Your team are leading by a score of 2-0, Brian. 2-0 for Holy Cross on goal by Jake Gord and Tyler Kirby. Here we have Mark Pittman, and the Laurentians are pushing. Ball's been put inside and been taken by Carew. Goes over the goal line. No, the Laurentians are pushing, so you can make sure, watch out, Jake Warren is right at center field. And we have Mike Dunn. Mike Dunn been subbed out. Coming in for Torres, I think my name is Torres. Guy coming in, Torres. Right in the middle of the field here with the green cleats on. Here we have Parker Doyle into the contest as well. Doyle putting the ball to Jordan Cates. Ball to Jonathan Grant, back to Griffo. Over to Clinton Edwards. Back to Jordan Cates. Ball again. Stolen by Holy Cross with Torres, Duke, number 23. Torres is into the match. Here we have the Laurentians. And the ball goes offside, I think it was. I looked at the linesman. The linesman seemed to indicate. Great job here by the officials this weekend, Rick.
Oh, fabulous once again. Eric Power and David Pittman, and today Shannon Tolman. Yesterday we had Corey Welch in the middle. and the officials are doing a great job in this Coastal Challenge Cup Soccer League. You had your guest on at halftime, Mr. Mike Evans, and he's talking about the quality of officiating here on the peninsula and throughout the province, and the encouragement of a lot of people to get back into officiating.
Again, we have Daniel Carew pushing up to
Caroline Clark.
okay.
3 numbers was 4, 3, 6. You won on the pink.
Caroline Clark. Caroline Clark is the winner off anyone that purchased the ticket.
On the 50-50.
On the 50-50.
She won it on
And that played her now, Gord. We have a player now, St. Lawrence, Adam Kelly.
Adam Kelly, yellow card.
The Holy Cross defender for that rather hard tackle on Kelly, who in the second half was St. Lawrence's best offensive player, had 2 goal opportunities to score, and unfortunately for him right now, hasn't.
Well, yesterday I felt every opportunity the Laurentians got, the ball went in. Today, they couldn't get that one break.
Just the opposite of the beginning yesterday. They did score 5 goals, a lot in the soccer match. And however, you talk about Holy Cross tightening up today defensively, and then St. Lawrence not having the right in the middle made a big difference. So far, and this game still isn't over.
I spoke again to the coach of Holy Cross earlier this morning at the coffee shop, and he felt like the big changes he was going to make from yesterday would be on defense, and I think that has been true here today, in addition to the effort of all players that are on the field.
Well, no doubt you're making a good observation there, and center back Steele for Holy Cross today. He's in a marvelous game.
I thought, to be honest with you,
He's a newcomer to the league, I guess.
all of Holy Cross today, Rick,
Yes.
you know what I'm saying that I mentioned earlier?
Yeah.
All of Holy Cross players, not a weak player on the field here today.
No, exactly.
And the Laurentians yesterday, the Laurentians, I feel, had their best game for the season.
No, I'm quite surprised that this game today, in terms of St. Lawrence, is not their effort so much, their execution.
Yeah. But it's still, well, you can't say it's over. We have 85 minutes, so you are tuning into Gordcast, where 85 minutes of play have gone by, where Holy Cross still leading the Laurentians by a score of 2-0. This time we had
The Liberals get a ball in there, and the goaltender Fairway saved her good hands on Thomas Fairway to not give up a juicy rebound.
Yeah, Steve, I was told that Holy Cross have carried 4 under-17 players here with them this weekend. And we have Holy Cross moving in again. Holy Cross pushing the ball over the net. It looks to be go out of over the touchline, goal line, and as a result, a corner kick do we have?
You mentioned the 4 under-17 players for Holy Cross today, this weekend. Great experience for them, coming into the soccer hotbed of the province and getting some great experience. That'll prove well for them in the Final Four weekend.
Well, it augurs well for their the St. John's team as well, the U17 team,
Yes.
because their priority, I understand, is in the provincial league will be to. The ball goes off the crossbar over to the corner where it's retrieved by Holy Cross again, putting the ball back in. And it looks to go out. Again, another corner kick here for Holy Cross. And Holy Cross are continuing to press late into the contest. We are approaching the 87-minute mark, where Holy Cross are leading the Laurentians by a score of 2-0. Shows how much younger players can improve around experienced players. No doubt there, Steve. The ball again looks like to have been put in very deep. Well, looks to hit the crossbar, but the referee felt it hit the hand of the keeper first. And again, Holy Cross, we're into another corner kick. Rick, how many corner kicks?
They've had 4 in this half alone and 3 in the last 5 minutes.
3 in the last 5 minutes. It's been Holy Cross. Again, the ball has been pushed in. I see what Holy Cross are doing. Rather than keeping the ball out off the 6-yard line,
Yes.
they figure we're going to challenge Patrick Slaney in the net, and they're putting it deep inside of the 6-yard line.
Patrick Slaney, who has 6 shots on the season, probably didn't have his best game here today. But he'll rebound and bounce back. He's a good athlete.
There's no doubt, you know, like John is number 1, and whoever plays with John is going to be number 2 for most part. I think John and Thomas are the 2 superior goalies in the league. Having said that, Breed and Shively, Brandon Noseworthy, Darcy Bennett are quality goalies here.
Yes, great goaltenders in the league, no doubt. And their stats prove it as well.
Debbie Guerin, thank you, Gord, for the amazing coverage. Looking forward to the next game. I'm looking forward to catching my breath, folks. And again, we have Clinton Edwards. Clinton is going to join me after the game, guys. After Rick does his summary, I'm hoping to have Clinton said he will join me. One of the most, for me, he's one of my most respected players. Talent that has played with the Laurentians, and over really the history of the Laurentians. I just love the way the guy played. There are others, but Clinton is one of them. And we have Jeff Slaney hitting the ball. What are we at, Rick? We're at the 89-minute mark, folks. Ball by Patrick. Patrick is out 35 yards. Ball's over to Breffo, and he's been hounded by Kirby.
Yes, there are other words because I've seen the elbow sneak up on that play. That's on my Breffo on Kirby.
Yeah.
And he let him know if you dodged him in the chest on the way back.
Today they brought the approach that they were more physical, and that definitely showed. Here we have again Holy Cross moving in. Here we have Kirby over to Ward. And we have the flag. It looked like to be offside. Offside by a mile we have here by one young lady feels.
Obviously a St. Leonard supporter.
Melody Lake, formerly Melody Lake. Melody Stacey here. No, she said it was off by a mile, folks. We got a new official here at the game. Great call, Melody. And earlier today, was it 2-0 final for Mount Pearl? So Mount Pearl and Holy Cross are going to fight out for second place, it appears to me. And Felians and CBS are going to fight out for fourth place. That's my feeling. That's Gordcast feeling. You are tuning into Gordcast, where 90 minutes of play have gone by here at, I can't say 90 minutes of play, if not it would be stopped, but 90 minutes on the score clock has gone by. We're Holy Cross are leading the Laurentians on referee's time by a score of 2-0. Here we are. Jiggy Warren moving in. And he looked to pass it over to Tyler Kirby. Kirby still sprinting back the field for 40 yards, and he pushed Carew. Carew put the ball over nicely to Breffo. Breffo on the outside to young Parker Doyle. Doyle looks to go downtown looking for Stephen Slaney. Inside to Strickland. And to Torres, and Torres backs off from Grant. Grant pushes the ball nicely to Jordan Keynes. Keynes on the inside is Stephen. Oh, here we... And we had a fall to the ground by Adam Kelly. And maybe the last good scoring opportunity of this contest. It's 24 yards out. It looks like to be Clinton, or let's see. I think it depends on what way the wall is put up. Okay, the wall is to the left. Okay, no, he got it lined up for the right. Let's see where he goes. He's getting positioned on top of the goalie. Here we go, Stephen. And it was too hot to handle for Thomas. Comes back to Adam Kelly, and Adam Kelly just pushes it wide.
Great second half. 3 marvelous scoring opportunities.
Adams had the chance.
No, he never put one in the back of the net. He will.
Thomas Pirouet's had a good game here today too, Rick.
Oh, no, that outstanding goaltender. Look at that great rebound that he corralled.
Nice ball. Sweeney, and again we have 1, 2, 3. It's a Holy Cross turnaround here at the Centennial Field, where Holy Cross have rebounded after a 5-1 trouncing and returned to the Centennial Field in less than 24 hours and have upended the Laurentians on their own field by a score of 2-0, putting Holy Cross back in the hunt for, I feel, second place.
No doubt, Gord. Holy Cross receivers today. Hats off to the team from St. John's. 2-0 victory over the hometown St. Laurentians. Jake Warren scored the game-winning goal at the 32-minute mark, and Tyler Kirby added an insurance marker 10 minutes later as Holy Cross blanked St. Lawrence 2-0. Thomas Pirouet garnered the shutout. This is 8th shutout of the season, a league-leading 8th shutout, and he was an outstanding player. Other players today that stood out for Holy Cross, surely the entire team did, but the centre back today play of Isaac Vanasteel was marvellous, as we see the players now do the customary shaking of hands, a great tradition in sports after a hard game, as Gord spans for the crowd as the fans leave. Marvellous match here this afternoon if you're a Holy Cross supporter. Disappointment if you're a St. Laurentian fan. Nevertheless, these two teams, great clubs, historically, today. John Brown is the writer of this great sports column in the Telegram and Daily News for years. When he came into St. Lawrence, it was almost Death Valley. And you get points in here, it's quite amazing. Holy Cross took 3 points at the 6th weekend, and that right now gives them the edge as far as the standings are concerned. They have 34 points on the season, while Mount Pearl, who are also winners today, 2-0 over Pembroke, have 33 points. The Feelings have 27, while CBS has 25. The league has tightened up considerably. St. Lawrence still comfortably in first place with 45 points. 2 games remaining. That'll be in 2 weeks' time, Gord, I understand, when the CBS team comes in there, as they look to make the playoffs. So that should be a great weekend.
Yeah, look, we had, like you say, in all fairness, the Laurentians dominated yesterday, and I can't say it was a total domination today. That wouldn't be fair to say. But Holy Cross, I feel, had a 180 degrees, if not 360 degrees turnaround in less than 24 hours. And maybe we got Clinton not coming there, not yet. Here, Thomas, come over here, Thomas.
Mr. Pirouet, come up here now. The man with his lead season. This Gord will get you on Gordcast.
Okay, and, thanks, Rick.
Okay, have a good weekend. Have a safe trip back to St. John's, my young fellow.
Come up here, Thomas, come over here. Hoping to get Clinton here too, but right now, joining me here right now in Gordcast. I can't give him a blue hat because it wouldn't go, but I can tell you what I can give him. There we go.
There we go. All right, don't take the red one.
Oh,
there we go.
There we go, man. I'm the man of many hats, so win or lose, you got the hat. Anyway, Thomas,
you got to be proud. Very proud. You know, to come in yesterday and to be quite honest, we got dominated, and to overcome the adversity today, come back. It was a real character win today, so really happy with the result.
Yeah, and overall on your season, Thomas, you're up there with the leaders in shutouts. I think you're playing very well, and your team as a whole this year, Thomas, what's your thoughts on? You dominated the league for the last 8 years, and I don't know how long you've been there since the Canada Games, probably 6?
This is my 4th year now.
4th year, okay, so you played on the last Canada Games.
Right, yeah.
Okay, so, but you've been their #1 keeper. You've been in a position where you're always practically in first place prior to this year, and this year you're fighting the battle. Where do you see yourself right now compared to where you want to be come Labor Day weekend?
You know, I think we're headed in the right direction. We certainly had a slow start to the season, but you know, we've got several results. Unfortunately now I think mathematically we're not able to get first place, but we're still fighting for that second. You know, we got Mount Pearl on our heels, and we really want to get that spot to make sure we're in the 1-2 game come Labor Day.
Yeah, and to be honest with you, I respect you right now. As one-off, I always feel like I give the veteran John Douglas because of his experience, but right now, I feel you will be the man that takes over completely. Right now, I think you're challenging John to be the #1 goalie in the province. I think it's going to be yours.
Thank you very much.
And you're moving in the right direction. I like to. Are you back home to stay? Because first of the season, I heard that you may not be here. Are you finished university?
No, I'm actually going into my senior year this year.
Senior year,
Yeah.
and you're studying to be, which is a little different.
I'm an accounting major, yeah.
Oh, accounting major?
Yeah.
Okay, so hopefully to be back into province for your study after completion of university to return here for work?
Unfortunately not, actually. I'll be back here next summer, and then October 2018 I head off to Calgary to start my career.
Okay, and again, I wish you all the best, and that's my biggest fear all the time. I have 4 kids. My daughter is in teaching in Nunavut. My son is RCMP, and my daughter is in, my second daughter is in Alberta, Grand Prairie, and she got a political science degree, and we lose such education, and I have just one daughter home. I feel bad, but I also wish you nothing but the best.
Thank you very much.
I wish you nothing but the best for the rest of this season. I feel honored that I know you and your parents very well. Your dad is a good Leaf fan, so I'm good buddies with him.
Yeah.
We're lone riders. Now everybody's coming out now, and they're all Leaf fans now. But anyway, his dad's there watching the interview. Thomas, I wish you nothing but the best for the remainder of the season. And I think we've been blessed to have you in our provincial elite. Well, he played with the Canada Games, and he was superb. And I've seen him, guys. I've been at the Nationals for 8 years, so I've been there all the times that Thomas was there. I don't think we've seen you at your best provincially. I saw you at your best nationally, where I feel you were as good as any keeper that was at. And your team, why you haven't performed as well with Holy Cross? Most times they don't get the shots on you. This year, though, you made a superb save here today, and I think come Labor Day weekend, Holy Cross, this is what I will predict. Holy Cross will go as far as Thomas Pirway takes them. Anyway, Thomas, your final word.
I just want to say on behalf of soccer fans around the province, it's really great to have you doing your Gordcast. You know, it really helps out, especially when we come down here, to have people who can't make the trip and still be able to watch soccer. So thank you very much, Gord.
I kindly thank you. And you see, when I went with the province as NLSA rep, I always was there for you fellows. I was always longed to be part of the gold medal, and you know. And I just hope that we can someday see a gold medal return, but we'll do our best. Again, Thomas, thank you. You're a gentleman, great keeper, and all the best to you in the future.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Give me my hat back.
There you go.
Might be another Holy Cross player want it before the season is over. So I'm hoping to have Clinton Edwards. If Clinton is over, you can ask him to come over.
All right, we'll do. All right, see you, Gord. Thank you.
Anyway, yep. So anyway, folks, that was Thomas Pirway. I'm just hoping to see if...
All the best to you, Gord.
Thanks again. Thank you so much. His dad is there. His dad and mom are there. So anyway, enjoy it, boys, and good, safe trip back. Yeah, and okay, I'll just wait a few minutes and before... Come over here, Jordan. I got Jordan Pike here. I'll tell you the truth, folks. I got the cast go through the Gord cast here the weekend, but it was only because of 2 people. Get on the right of your son there, Bern. The 2 people that made this available are the 2 folks that I have here to my left, and my far left here is Bern Pike and his son Jordan. And I spoke to Bern about issues that I ran into. Then he told me about his son Jordan. And because of those 2 people, all people that have joined Gordcast, not only do you have to thank myself or Rick Farrell, you can also thank Bern Pike, the gentleman with another smart man with a Maple Leaf hat on, and the young guy, the guy that's hoping to be an IT technician someday when he completes his 3-year program of computer studies at the College of the North Atlantic in St. John. So anyway, on behalf of Gordcast, I'll let you have a word, Bern, before I say thank you. And what do you think, Bern? Well, sorry, not Bern, Jordan?
great time the weekend. Glad I could help.
Yeah.
I know how true you are to soccer and how big of an asset it is to have the Gord cast on the weekend.
Yeah, and like you say, his dad been a lifetime volunteer, folks. So I guess he's pushing his son in that direction. And I tell you the truth, there's a lot of good things come out of volunteering. And you know, the fact that Gordcast and live streaming is now available, that, you know, that can go nationwide and internationally. And there will be issues from time to time. And at times I do need assistance and help from people, like you say, that are involved. And actually, Jordan is employed by the Bjorn Peninsula Soccer Association this summer. Jordan is doing some fine work with the web and around the field, helping out my brother, BPSA President Shane Dunphy. And so thank you for that, Jordan. And then to my far left, he's, I don't know what he's not involved with, to be honest with you, from Marystown to politics or politically, or even through festivities, any celebrations that are on Marystown or the Bjorn Peninsula. Sees him around with Mark Brown a lot all the time. And Jocelyn is saying there, thanks, Bern and Jordan. And that's on behalf of everyone, you know, on the Bjorn Peninsula. I think it's a benefit that you people are here and you're open. Like, again, this would not have happened if it were not for Jordan. And obviously, I know your dad so well that your dad spoke to you, and I thank the two of you. Bern, what do you think about it all, Bern?
Well, Gord, it's a pleasure to be here.
I'll get him.
We're here. We're here.
Okay.
It's a pleasure to be here today and throughout the whole weekend. Like I say, it's been times that I've been part of this Gordcast as a helper and watching it as times too as well. Sometimes we can't get to the games, and I'm sure there's a lot of people today that watch it from coast to coast, maybe even outside of Canada. So, boys, you know, hats off to Mr. Dunphy. And yes, my son did help out the last couple of days, and it's a pleasure to be here today. Thank you so much.
Yeah, and again, I thank you. And like you say, during the season, I've had a lot of people help me, you know, and I'm hoping to do a few more casts before the season's over. I'm hoping to do live casts. We'll see what happens here in St. Lawrence. I'm hoping to be a part of the Gordcast for the provincial finals in St. John's. We'll see what happens there. I'm also understanding that BOCM are wanting to be a part of that, so we'll be doing some talking and see what happens for the provincials, as well as you know, what goes on in some other provincial play, be it at the minor or whatever, all according what's on the go. And once I see Shane gets home, if they got anything to BPSA, I can help out. Again, I've taken a new role with soccer because of health issues, and I'm now there. I've taken to promote the game, bring it in, push it over to reviewers, give everybody a good appetite, or the ones that got the appetite, to provide the sport with them. And in a lot of cases, people are more interested in provincial sports than what they are in even national or professional leagues, because that's where honesty and sincerity comes from, is I feel, and the players are at the local level, and everybody grew up one day as a kid. So anyway, on behalf of Gordcast, I don't know if I had hoped that Clinton would come. Clinton had told me earlier that he would be here, so I don't know if again, he'll obviously, I know, I don't think it's got anything to do with the loss. Clinton's been around a long time, and you know, losses, wins and losses will come, but the game will remain. Holy Cross, the arch rival. It witnessed a good 2 games.
It was fantastic.
You know, like you say, you never count St. Lawrence out, but I can guarantee another thing too. Never count Holy Cross out too.
I think yesterday the atmosphere of the music, Gord, and the noise of the people, I don't know if there's intimidation there, but you know, for years coming here, I mean, yes, there is intimidation, and I guess Holy Cross today said, hey, boys, we can't let this happen 2 days in a row. So I certainly believe that, you know, congratulations to Holy Cross today, but I'm sure St. Lawrence will be right there on the final weekend, hopefully hoist that trophy again.
Yeah, well, like you say, it'll come down to this year's in, we're talking about the playoffs here now, folks. That's in St. John's. I thank you for your kind words there, Mrs. Violet Clark there, about doing a great job. Keep up the good work. Same thing at Ernest Drake. I thank you guys again and again. I think it's a new world. It's a new world of technology, and you know, not everyone can come to the field. If you can't come to the field, we'll bring the game to you, and hopefully you'll enjoy it. And you know, it will grow. That's where the game is at. And again, I thank you for joining into Gordcast here today. Final score at the St. Lawrence Field was Holy Cross defeating the hometown Laurentians by a score of 2-0. I interviewed the goalkeeper for Holy Cross, Thomas Pirway. He got the shot out here today. The goal scorers for Holy Cross were Tyler Kirby and Jake Warren. Both of them are up in the top goal scorers in the league. And other score that I had come in today was from Corner Brook. Mount Pearl defeated Corner Brook by a score of 2-0. And yesterday it was Mount Pearl defeating Corner Brook by a score of 5-0. And the Fieldians defeating CBS Strikers by a score of 1-0, and Laurentians defeating Holy Cross by a score of 5-1. Thank you so much. Hello, Adam Bannister from Grand Bank. I enjoyed the time in Grand Bank the other night. It was exceptional. Thank you all, Adam, for the team. And you know, if the opportunity comes, I will be back. And you fellas, you keep her going in Grand Bank, and hopefully someday we can see a GB team on the field. There is a lot of support for soccer in Grand Bank, Fortune, and I think under your leadership that you have, that's on the top at the municipal level, as well as your local Travis Parsons at your that would be Grand Bank and Fortune now. Do I have Clinton coming? Oh my God, Clinton is coming, folks. So I'll never go away. No, sir. Got Clinton coming, folks. Well, I figured that he took too many, not losses, disappointments. Clinton Edwards, he just come home, and he came home and played 8 games. I don't think, to be honest with you, it's a 23-game season. So they got 2 remaining. So he'll play 1/3 of the season. And he's as good as any player in the league. So, you know, his quality. And you'll see what I think. So Clinton Edwards, when he comes again. Byrne, thank you so much. Jordan, thank you so much.
Thanks, Gord.
Okay, my friend. And now we got Clinton coming. Come over, Clinton. Now I've got a hat for Clinton, too. We got a nice one. Yeah, Clinton got a hat on. There.
Oh, what do I see?
Sit here. There, my friend. Oh, God. Oh, we got the man from the West. Anyway, folks, Clinton Edwards, boys. I've been involved with soccer a lifetime, 40 years, and I have a lot of respect for the St. Lawrence Laurentians, and I have no more respect for any other Laurentian other than one of the all-time greats that I'm about to interview here now, which is Clinton Edwards. I just feel he's been a mainstay of the St. Lawrence Laurentians. He took over really from Bob Spearance and been a great ambassador of the sport. Great Laurentian. No one's got a bad word for him. Anyway, Clinton, you're back home, and I will mention briefly about today's game, but I'm going to talk more to Clinton about what Clinton has done for St. Lawrence over the years. Clinton, let us know where you're at now, Clinton.
Well, I'm currently living in Alberta. Me and my wife. My wife's a teacher in Alberta, and I'm Director of Recreation and Leisure Services in Fort Vermilion. Actually, I wasn't going to play this year, but I scammed my holidays to be able to come home. So I ended up getting 8 games in. It's great to be back with the guys. It's great to be back in the community. This is my 21st season, so it's very, very, very easy to miss. And I thought I wouldn't miss it, but I missed it as soon as the season started. And thank Gord tremendously for saving my life over this season. I never missed a game.
I know.
I used to watch the games, and I used to go for a run on halftime and then come back and watch the second half.
I know, and even when I was doing the Canada games, every Gord cast that I did, I knew Clinton was joining in. So I knew that. I felt glad though that you were missing it, because I figured because you're still an elite player in this league. You may not make the All-Star team this year because you only have played 8 games, but I can tell you there's no better defender in the league than Clinton Edwards. If I were to pick an All-Star team, there's no way, and represent the province of Newfoundland and Labrador, no way would I ever leave Clinton Edwards off my team. He's just too beneficial and just quality. Anyway, Clinton, you played 8 games.
Yep.
You haven't missed a stroke as far as I'm concerned. You're returning back to Alberta tomorrow?
Wednesday.
Wednesday?
I fly Wednesday. Yeah.
Okay, so you've had 8 games.
Yep.
What will you do? Will you just maintain a high level of fitness when you're home, or when you're back in Alberta?
Yeah, usually. I try to stay in decent shape all year round. So I know I'm getting old. I don't feel old, but I'm getting old, and it's some people find it hard when you get to this age when you put weight on. So I try to keep in shape during the year. But yeah, I'll be training very, very hard over the next couple of weeks to get to my peak level for fun.
That doesn't surprise me a bit. I knew when you came home, I knew that you would have that high level of fitness. The only thing that surprised me more than anything else, I saw some quality individual players go away, but when they went away and they were away for a while, like they kind of lost their touch. I didn't feel, Clinton, that you lost your touch at all. And even the second game you were back, I believe the second game you were back, you were put up striker against Mel Pearl, and I felt that was at the 70-minute mark. You and Sean Edwards came in and you changed the whole complexion of the game. You had 3 great strikes, and Sean scored the winning goal. Then I was hoping that I would see you up there, because to a lot of people it was surprising that you were up there, but actually you played a striker with Memorial.
You were the first one to put me center back in high school.
Right on. And I'll tell you another thing, you have played in goal.
Yeah, for Memorial University.
So he played in goal, folks. He played as back on the back line. You played in midfield.
I was an all-star midfield one year.
And you played up front.
Yeah.
So he's everything, folks, and still to me a quality. And if he's back, I think it just makes it easy for the coaching staff, because there's no way is Clinton Edwards not going to be on the field come Labor Day weekend. So
we have a lot of good players on our team this year. It's a lot of quality players, and this is one of this team this year, there's a lot of potential for to be the only team I've seen since our 2017 was a special team when we got bronze in Nova Scotia.
Yeah.
This is the first team since then that I see that kind of quality in.
Yeah.
We got a really deep bench.
Yeah,
really young.
And I think the team has got good chemistry.
Yep.
You know, your game yesterday, I think probably was the best game of the season for the Laurentians, and today was, I'm sure, you're disappointed, but you know, I knew that. Listen, I said to the folks, if Clinton's not here, it's got nothing to do with loss. You've been around too long to know that you know when to win.
Yeah, and you know what? The quality and the character of this team, you know, Derek and Paul are going to have us back. We're going to be back on stroke again come next week, or well, 2 weekends time, and the guys are going to do a great job, and they'll bounce back from this. Their character is...
Oh yeah, and I felt the same thing, and the Holy Cross, you'd never take them for granted other.
Yeah, you know what, Gord? This was probably a blessing in disguise for us.
Yeah.
Because after yesterday's game, you know, some people probably, I know I wouldn't take it for granted, but some people say, oh, we beat them 5-1. That was easy. But that loss today probably gets it back in people's minds that we got to work harder, we got to train harder, and we got to prepare for the big games that come from.
And again, like I'm hearing that come from a veteran. Clinton, you played, my understanding, you played in the league 20 years?
This is my 21st season.
21st, and I thought, and to be honest with you, the year we won the bronze, the reason we won the bronze, I feel, well, first of all, we won the provincial. Marystown had us down 2-1. I put Clinton Edwards in center back with Bob's parents, and we had one man had been red carded in the first half. And so what I did was I said, Bob, you will control the back line with your 2 wing backs. And I said, what I'm going to ask Clinton to do
is run the whole field. When it's back, he'll play center back. When it's in midfield, and I knew Clinton was young enough and strong enough and had the ability. I contribute that win, and not the goal scores. Well, we had to get goals to win. We came back. We came back, and anyway, when we came back, it was, I felt, Clinton that allowed us to come back from the 1-0 deficit down by a man. Clinton, you patrolled, and from the 20 years that you've been there, you've been an honor to the logo. And I see you got the tattoo on of the.
I live and die by it.
Yeah, you got the tattoo on there, dedication, determination, St. Laurentians soccer. So I don't think you've gone wrong by if you're going to put a tattoo on. I think that's very, very appropriate. You got the Laurentians shirt on. You got the blue hat on. Combined with myself there.
Yeah.
Anyway, Clinton, you've been a gentleman. You've been an all-star player since you entered the league. I wish you all the best back in Alberta. It's unfortunate again. The other guy I interview, Thomas Pierway, he's going off to Alberta. There we lose stars like Clinton and out to Alberta. Clinton had worked in Paradise for a number of years with the recreational program.
Yeah.
And then his wife, in order to get a job, had to go to Alberta. So Clinton follow the leader, I guess, when you're following your wife. So anyway, Clinton, I thank you again for joining the Laurentians this season and having the thirst to want to play. Anyway, Clinton, all the best to you.
Thanks.
All the best the rest of the season, and we'll see what happens on Labor Day weekend.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll be back ready to go.
Thank you so
Thanks
much,
a
my
lot.
friend.
Yeah,
okay.
Thank you.
Okay, I'll take my hat again.
Great job, young man. Thanks,
Where's
man.
your cap?
I don't know. She went somewhere. What?
Okay, he wants his hat back.
Thanks a lot.
Okay, my friends, a little longer than I expected. Thank you so much for tuning in to Gord Cast from St. Lawrence, the home of the Laurentians, where the 2000 St. Lawrence homecoming celebrations have started. I asked everyone to come and take in all the events that are on the go during the week. I thank everyone that are enjoying Gorecast and sending out the positive vibes. Thank you so much. And again, thank you to the boys there on the side. And good evening from St. Lawrence, home of the St. Lawrence Laurentians. Thank you so much.